In the western part of Africa, there existed a land of unparalleled beauty and prosperity known as MAWIWA. This enchanting land was blessed with an abundance of natural resources, mineral wealth, and a rich cultural heritage. The people of MAWIWA were renowned for their exceptional craftsmanship, excelling in various artisanal pursuits such as weaving, medicine, farming, pottery, and visual arts. The fertile soil of MAWIWA was so fertile that any seed planted in it would grow effortlessly, as if the Creator had set this land apart for glory and splendor. People from neighboring lands would often flock to MAWIWA, eager to establish trade relationships and associations with its inhabitants. The land flourished, and its people lived in harmony, enjoying the bounties of their homeland. However, amidst this prosperity, a tiny seed of discord was sown, which would eventually escalate into a mighty problem, the problem of religion. MAWIWA was home to both Muslim and Christian communities, and unfortunately, each side believed their religion was superior to the other, and that one should dominate the other. A small group of extremists emerged from the Muslim community, determined to eradicate the Christians who refused to denounce their faith and embrace Islam. These extremists also targeted anyone from their own community who dared to oppose them or show compassion to the Christians. The Christians, often perceived as naive and unwilling to engage in violence, were subjected to relentless harassment until a group of courageous youths from their community decided to fight back. As tensions escalated, hatred and animosity spread like wildfire, and the once harmonious land of MAWIWA was torn apart. The economy began to crumble, and the people's focus shifted from their shared heritage and humanity to their differences. Other lands, once eager to associate with MAWIWA, now shunned it, labeling it a war zone. Envious neighbors who had long coveted MAWIWA's prosperity saw an opportunity to exploit its divisions and began supplying arms to fuel the conflict. MAWIWA, once a land of peace and abundance, was now awash with weapons, and its people were more inclined to fight than to heal. As the situation worsened, some families chose to flee, seeking refuge in more peaceful lands where they could utilize their skills to build a better life. MAWIWA, once the epitome of glory, had lost its way. The elders who had witnessed the land's glorious past were filled with despair, questioning their existence as they watched their beloved MAWIWA crumble under their watch. Their ancestors had taken pride in securing the land, and now, under their watch, the very fabric of their society was unraveling. The people of MAWIWA had once coexisted peacefully, united in their diversity, until extremism reared its ugly head and external forces took advantage of their vulnerability. The moderate Muslims, who had always cherished their land and abhorred the extremist ideology, continued to hope and pray for peace, albeit in hiding, fearing retribution from their own zealots. Meanwhile, some Christian youths, fueled by anger and desperation, began taking Muslim captives as bargaining chips. Faced with the daunting task of restoring their land to its former glory, the wise elders of MAWIWA convened to chart a new course. After deliberating, they made a bold decision to impose a death sentence on every extremist, regardless of their faith, who refused to renounce violence and embrace peace. They decreed that the people of MAWIWA were first and foremost human beings, and their shared identity superseded their religious differences. Families began to disown their extremist members who were stripped of their rights, properties, and ultimately, their lives. The elders' resolve was unshakable, and their determination sent a chill down the spines of those who had fueled the conflict. As the extremists faced betrayal and isolation, the people of MAWIWA began to see a glimmer of hope. The elders organized a town walk, carrying placards that proclaimed, "This land is for us all, the land of glory. MAWIWA will be glorious again. MAWIWA, you are free of hatred. We live in unity and prosperity. No more insurgencies. Muslim, Christian, we were first human. We wipe out extremist, terrorist from our land. God is one. God is love." As the procession wound its way through the streets, children, mothers, fathers, men and women from every background emerged from their homes, joining the march. Muslims and Christians, united as one, celebrated their newfound unity. It was a moment of answered prayers for the people of MAWIWA, a new beginning for their land. The elders wept with joy, and those who had fled returned to their homeland. And so, MAWIWA prospered once more, its glory restored.